What's up guys, it's Harley here, welcome back to the channel. Just got some video footage of today's ride going up Campersic with some power data and also going down Death Valley with some power data. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see future rides, and yeah, if you click the bell icon when I release a new video you'll get notified straight away. Really helps me out and I appreciate it a lot. Hope you enjoy the video, check it out. Right, so this is the section of the Death Valley climb that we're doing. So I'll just sort of take off here a bit, give it a little bit of a squirt. Death Valley climb, which you're witnessing here with the big downhill and things. This is it here. I've only recorded a section of it, so I've recorded from this point here to about here. That's what you're actually viewing at the moment. So you can see some of the guys that have done this. So Jai Henley's come out and he's currently second, and my best PR is 997th out of, so I'm about halfway, I'm about in the middle of the pack there. So there's some super fit guys coming out here and smashing it. I'm certainly not one of them, but you look here, you know, average cadence of 78, max speed was 61.3 kilometres. It's quite slow really. I mean, I think I must have been on the brakes a bit or what have you, but that just gives you an idea of the actual section that you're witnessing now. So coming down here, where are we at? Sort of about 90 cadence, 168 BPM, which is quite high. Starting to gain a bit of speed here, 36 k's an hour. Stevie B's already way off down the end here. He's already halfway through the valley, and Andy's just behind me coming down as well. There's lots of fog on the road, so this is about 8 o'clock in the morning and it's still very foggy. You'll see as we sort of come down to the drop here. So my FTP at this point is 269 and I'm well below that. You can see at 179, and here we go. And then up the other side. There's actually two of these. Okay, you can see we're here 650 watts, 600 watts. And this is my first hills ride, don't forget, since I've been crook, so it's really gassing me. You know, look at the BPM here, 169, 170, that's up there. Trying to find lower gears here, or easier gears. We're in VO2 max territory here, 330. Trying to punch up the hill. There's Stevie B up the top there, and Andy's just behind us, and I think he sort of comes and overtakes us here. So here we are, 365, 360. So with that dew in the air, the fog, didn't really bother me too much, but I mean, yeah, it's a little bit heavier on the lungs, I suppose, which didn't help me. Not that that's an excuse, but yeah, it's certainly something you do slightly notice, I suppose. But the overall fitness is the biggest reason why I'm struggling here. End up coughing up a lung after this. So here we're about just over threshold, I should be able to hold that for about an hour. There goes Andy. So you can see him spinning quite high. I'm only doing 82 here. I should be doing probably 102, which is probably more like what Andy's doing. He's doing probably 95 there. Yeah, here we go. So we're about threshold, below threshold here, 174 BPMs. So yeah, certainly starting to feel it. Just getting to the top of this. Yep, there's a bit of a cough. 174. promised there. Stevie B's way down the end. He's already done the second Death Valley. Quick, get some sugar into me, some sugar water. Try and get some calories in to help me. At this point I'm just trying to survive, so I'm sort of trying to do whatever I can. And yeah, obviously need to get a drink from that. 167, still pretty high. 166, starting to come down a bit. I'm doing 100 watts here, so we're putting along, but yeah, I'm pretty spent, I've got to say. Starting to get a bit of speed here. We're coming down to the second valley, and I think I'll go on the brakes here a little bit. But you can see, look how foggy it is. You can't really even see much in front. And that sort of stuck around all day. That we were there, you know, sort of till like 10:30, 11 o'clock. It was quite a strange one. Middle of winter here in Perth, and we're out in the hills. Here we go again. I'm just trying to, it looks like I might be on the brake. My left hand, the fingers look like they're touching. I don't. Not sure. Here we go, into the abyss. Normally you can see the road going vertically straight up the other side, but you can't see much here because of the fog. So you just got to watch out for kangaroos, and there's the start of the road heading up. Yeah, I think I'm on the brakes here. I can see my fingers touching the left brake, back brake. I'll let it go there, obviously. I'm tucked in, that's why you can't see. And there's up the other side. Okay, so this is the start of the Campersic climb. That's the start of the actual segment right there. Here we are, just 300 watts. 250, 300, roughly. And the guys are behind us here. So I'm just trying to get warmed up. It's freezing. I've got a long thermal jacket with arm warmers underneath, gloves, leg warmers. It's pretty cold at this stage. So just trying to warm up, get the legs spinning. And you can see the start of the climb there in the distance. So just coasting down. Heart rate's at 148, that's not too bad. Getting up a bit of speed here. And this is Campersic, the street's called Campersic, and this is the hill. So folks, you can see today's ride was 81.67 kilometres in total. We're moving for 3 hours and 25 minutes, and the total climb or elevation was 1,814 metres. What we're seeing here is the segment called Campersic cycle to max segment. Took me 12 minutes and 10 seconds, an average power of 262, which is below my threshold, which is not very good. You can see my heart rate's right up there at 166, so yeah, obviously struggling still, coming back to form. It's a 2.83 kilometre climb, 188 metres of elevation, and a rough grade of 6.2%. And I've done the climb 4 times, and that was my third. So the first time I did it, I had no idea what I was doing. It was my first hills ride ever, or what have you. So obviously that would be my 4th place, but certainly my number 3 today was very below my best. So just having a look at it here, you can see this is the climb here, and you can see that from the topography, it sort of, you can see all the, as it sort of climbs up there, and it ends at a sort of a roundabout there. Okay, so you can see Andy, I've got the 360 camera there, and that's Andy just spinning and heading up there. Now these guys are super fit, so Stevie B is a mountain goat, and so is Andy. and I'm training with these guys, I'm riding with these guys to try and get my fitness back, because I know that they can absolutely burn me. So I like to be around guys that are better than me to try and push me to get better as well. They knew that as well when I came out. I said, look guys, I'll come out with you, but know that I'm not fit enough to keep up with you. And they were like, yeah, cool, we'll wait, all that sort of stuff. So there was no pressure or anything, it was really good. You can see on the bottom right hand corner that camera is just the GoPro off my chest. That's actually the real distance. With this 360 on the main screen, everything's a bit distorted. I'm doing that on purpose just to get a bit more of an overview. So it looks like he's further away. The distance in the bottom right one on the chest is actually the one that you should note for what the distances are. But yeah, just trying to take in a bit of scenery there. Just flicking back to myself. And there'll be lots of struggling faces on my way up this hill because it's a beast and it's the first one of the day. So I'm starting to feel it now. Okay, heart rate 169 already, great, and doing 300 watts. So my aim normally when I'm fit, like when I did the Brigadoon 100 and I was, sort of at my peak fitness, I try and hold 300 all the way up the climbs. And I know normally I can hold that for a long period of time, so it's a good pace for me to go up. But you'll see here the fitness isn't there for me to hold 300. I just can't do it for long enough. See, it drops down here. There's my 175, 180. Sorry, 275, 280. That's sort of indicative of what happens for the rest of the day, really. What I would normally hold at 300, I end up holding it like 260 to 280 for the day. So that fitness will come back. I'm slowly seeing improvements. But yeah, just for today, this is what we were dealing with. So heart rate 171, 315. I'm just trying to hold my 300. But yeah, it does fall apart. So just trying to hang with Andy here. I think he's sort of waiting for me, to be honest, because these guys normally smash it up this hill. Yeah, you can see the Darling Ranges on the left. So I'll just sort of pan around trying to get a bit of a view. You can see what's going on. This is Campersic. I'll just fast forward it a bit for now. Managed to get back onto Andy's wheel here, and we're getting towards the top of the climb. So there's only a couple of 100 meters to go. I was trying to stick on that 300, 310. Still back onto it here. I did drop off. I was doing about 260, 270. Still got a bit of a second wind here, I think. But you can see I'm struggling there. Getting the teeth, all over the flight. This is painful. And at this point I'm thinking, geez, do I really want to be here? Like, this is just hard work. But I know how rewarding it is at the top of the climbs, and that's why I do it. I'm not built as a climber. I'm obviously overweight and, definitely not a climbing guy. I'm not built like a Tour de France rider, that's for sure. So it's a challenge for me, but I really enjoy it because you bust your ass, and then when you get to the top, it's just awesome. It's an awesome feeling. So I just chase that feeling, and that's why I keep coming back. And hopefully the fitness gets better, so it gets a little bit easier. But yeah, it could certainly do with dropping an extra 5 kilos. That would be real handy. I reckon I could still do that and then not lose too much power. So that's something I'm looking to do at the moment. So also gaining fitness. My diet's really strict at the moment. Just trying to stick to 20 grams of fat per day, of intake of fat, and then just high carb. So. And I've got a vid about my nutrition, which I'll link above if anyone's interested in how that works. Essentially, if you have high carbs, you can't have any fat, because if you have high fat and high carbs, you just balloon out. So it's either one or the other. Keto guys will do high fat and no carb. This is the opposite to that, and it works for me. It's explained in that video, so check it out if you can. And here we go. So we're at 170 BPM, doing 90 RPM, and I'm sort of having a bit of a breather here, 150 watts, because we're on a bit of a flat here. So back into the hoods and sort of pick it up a little bit here, I think. Well, I'm just getting my breath back. So that's taken us a fair while. That's at the start of the day, and Campersic is a really good place really good place to train because of hills like that. It's a long, nearly 3K climb. Takes about 10 to 12 minutes for guys. It's a good one. And here's Andy. So look, up to 600 watts here or something, I think, 550. Just trying to take a turn on the front, I think is what my plan was there, because I've just been left for dust in the climb. And yeah, that there is Campersic, a great place if you live in WA to go and train at. And yeah, I've got to come back and get fitter and try and beat that time of 12:10. That'll be next week or the week after. Well, that's it, guys. Just a short, sharp one for today. Only had one battery, left the rest in the car, unfortunately. So, yeah, just got a couple of the good, probably the best climb of the day, and also just a bit of Death Valley for any daredevils that like seeing, you know, going down fast hills. So, look, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take it easy.